Hello, everyone, and welcome to Level 30, where us over 30-year-olds talk about video games and pop culture in general, and how it affects us with our growing older age, as it were. uh, I am Walt Kong. I am the resident VTuber of this group. I usually specialize in video games, and that's what I bring to my table.
Hi, I'm Scott. I'm the youngest of the group. I'm the baby.
Oh.
Uh, and yeah, I fall somewhere in the middle of being like game and pop culture. I don't know. Hi.
My name is Jane. I just enjoy sitting on my ass and watching TV, if I'm being completely honest. Not much else to me.
And I'm Isla, also known as Zesty, and I guess that makes me the middle child of the group. Have fun with that information.
I really could psychoanalyze that to fuck.
I know, right? I know. So, well, I wanna start off first of all. Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I've not played as much as you, but holy shit, what a game!
I've played a lot of it. I've not got far because I get distracted with things. It is made by a small group of 33 people, one of which is including a dog, because they included that as a staff member. Little fact there for that. And
As you should.
It comes. They are ex-employees of Ubisoft, the big, massive developer company there, where it was some junior developers got bored with where it was, and they're like, cool, we're just going to make our own game, and it is now gearing up to be what people consider the game of the year. Other random fact, their lead writer was someone they just found on Reddit. Their main composer was a random music teacher that they found on SoundCloud, shaping up to be a thing where, yeah, AAA games aren't the big thing. It's like, support your indie teams. People can make great things. And the fact that it's done by people who got bored of being in Ubisoft, and now it is going to be Game of the Year. It's a turn-based game that surprisingly a lot of people are put off of these days, but that is, I guess it's got to do with the mentality of like TikTok and everything, like, oh, everything needs to be going on, everything needs to be snappy, but this
Look to level 30 where we disparage the youth of today.
yeah, but
Listen to us.
But this game, even though it's turn-based, and I think I mentioned it previously in the podcast, turn-based games can still be ridiculously, you feel the pressure. Like, if you're up against a boss, your team of 4, you've only got one person left standing, the rest are all dead, and you're sitting there for a good 5 minutes going, right, if I heal that one can resurrect that one, and then I can maybe bring this back, and then you're spending about 5 minutes then trying to play keepy uppy of trying to keep your people alive. But this game also added a system that has been implemented in some turn-based games, where when your character does a skill, there's a bit of a quick time event, so there's a button prompt. If you hit that at the right time, you do more damage. But they've introduced another thing, that's the enemies, when they attack, you have a choice to either dodge or parry. Dodging is easier than parrying, but if you fully parry, you deal the damage back, and yeah, it's that moment where you try to hit those timings right, or you're going, right, should I just dodge and play unsafe, or do I risk it and parry all the time? And most people, as it was discussed on Twitter, because the Expedition 33 main Twitter was like, remember folks, you can dodge, and then they quote tweeted it going, right, we hear you out, we know everyone just does the parry instead, you don't need to yell at us anymore. But it's a very good game.
But it's almost like mass-produced fucking bullshit doesn't sell. Oh my god, who fucking knew? It's almost as if going to the people who play games and know the fucking audience, the real life fucking humans of the world. Oh my god, what a surprise that this is selling well. It's like when Deadmau5 put out its track, and then some wee guy messaged him on SoundCloud and was like, listen, I've done vocals to this track. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And then he was like, and then he listened live on stream and he was like, holy shit, this is incredible. It's almost like that. Also, is there not a thing in, first of all, is this just a standalone game? So there's not been like 32 other
no this is no this is the first. I don't want to get into the plot too much in case people listen to this and then go try it, because I think the beginning of it is more like I knew what the plot was going into it, so the opening sequence was still good for
Shit,
me, but
Yeah,
and it was
I did
like,
not know
yeah.
what was happening. I did not know what was happening with the intro, like that whole scene. You get the gist of it very quickly, but you're hoping like let's not have that happen. And then by the end, I was like, I don't know if I can play this game. This is too fucking sad. It's so well written. And Walt, correct me if I'm wrong, but you said they've been greenlit for a movie as well, right?
Yes, they have been greenlit for a movie. That'll be interesting how they do that, because we talked about film adaptations before, and it's always difficult to do. But I think doing a RPG game is a bit more difficult to do as a film adaptation, because their storytelling is very long format. It's like try to put Lord of the Rings in one film.
I hope, from what I've seen, I hope that it's a case of, they make a series of movies and they don't try and rush everything, because so many good franchises have tried to rush too much story into too short of a format, whether it be like a series or a movie. And it's just kind of ruined it. And I get that it comes down to, studios and things.
I was going to say the other interesting thing is with this movie coming out, there is two characters are very well known actors. The main character, Gustav, is played by Charlie Cox, also known as Daredevil. Although the actual Gustav, the model, looks like Richard Patterson, which is very bizarre.
Who's
You mean
Richard
Robert
Patterson?
Patterson?
I keep
Pattinson,
saying
right?
Richard Patterson. I said this. I can't remember who I said this to the other day, and I said Richard Patterson as well. And they're like, "You mean Robert Patterson?" I was like, "Oh yes, that's what I meant."
He looks like a cross of Daniel Radcliffe and Robert Pattinson.
Yeah,
It's bizarre.
I haven't got to the character yet, but Andy Serkis is also in it.
Of course he is, because he's
Yeah.
in fucking everything. Everything. Where would he be? I wonder what his, like, in Doctor Who, where there's that episode Turn Left, where Donna needs to make the decision whether she turns left or not, and it completely alters reality because she doesn't then meet the Doctor. I wonder what his turn left moment is, because if he was just like a very beardy man kicking about, and then all of a sudden he got cast in Lord of the Rings, and that went to like Planet of the Apes, and then this has led to like he's in Star Wars, he's done like acting roles now. I wonder what his turn left moment is.
I think left moment was replying to the email for the Gollum role.
Yeah.
Yes, but he must have done like motion capture.
Well,
I don't even know. Like, where do you go to learn that?
Well, that was
fucking kick about.
I think he's talked about it. That was the first. Like Peter Jackson was trying something new with that, and that was like kind of the first iteration of trying to do that with. Like maybe it was done before, but this was on the biggest scale of having somebody just in a mocap suit, like doing the little things, kind of thing.
So what were his qualifications? That's what I need to know. I need to know Andy Serkis's fucking CV.
I want to see his SQA certificates.
Watching his
the Scottish Qualifications Authority for foreign listeners.
His qualifications was watching his cat to get the voice of Gollum. That's all I know.
Yeah, taking up a hairball.
Yeah.
The film I'm excited about this year, when I'm lowering my expectations, the new Jurassic Park. Oh my god. Yes, they've made another one.
Yeah, I hope it's good.
I really hope it's good, because honestly, let me tell you a little story right now. I suffer with clinical depression, right? Oh my god, I know, right?
And if this movie doesn't go well, I might do something stupid.
And dinosaurs help.
No, nothing like that, right? But when the last Jurassic Park film came out, the one where they brought back Alan Grant and Ian Malcolm and Laura Dern, Ellie's cat, like when they brought that out, I was genuinely in such a bad place in my life where I was like, I can't kill myself because I won't see the new Jurassic Park film, right? No, but this was like a really therapist.
It's okay, folks. We're past the 10-minute mark, so I don't think we'll get demonetized or anything like that and flagged on YouTube. So we're all right there.
She can't unalive herself, so
yeah, I'm joking.
Who cares? Like, so
if we're past the 10
my therapist was like, make a list of reasons why you want to be alive, and no matter how dumb they might sound. And I was like, genuinely, I want to see this new Jurassic Park film. And I went and I watched it, and I was bitterly disappointed. It is easiest, like the weakest out of all of them. So I left despondent with it. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm really hoping that they claw it back this time. You know, it's like Star Wars where they're like somehow Palpatine returned. It's like somehow they're on an island with dinosaurs again. Yay! I just fucking love that shit. I love it. I can't wait for it. It's gonna be so.
It's
good.
not the island and the dinosaurs that you love. It's the risk of someone actually being brutally murdered on our screens.
Yes.
Whereas the last Jurassic Park movie, Jurassic World movie, had insects as a subplot. And
Yeah.
you and me talked about this, and I didn't quite get why you didn't enjoy it. But it's that horror factor more than thriller factor. You've got to have risk, and you've got to have threat to life as opposed to, oh no, bugs. So that's
creepy.
Yeah, so you need, like, it was a fantastic plot. It was going into the subplot of the movies, which is science is going too far, and how will billionaires exploit the science of genetics in order to boost their own profits. But with dinosaurs. But they missed the mark with the last movie because they veered off of dinosaurs into bugs. And the only judgment of this movie coming up is going to be, is it going to be a massive fuck-off T-Rex about to chow down on a major character? Because that's what the first movie was all about, and that's why it was so good. Because there was kids in the car about to get eaten.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't watched the recent Jurassic Parks.
We still fuck the youths. We are a little bit still fuck the youths, aren't we?
But, like...
Yeah, it's really
Even
going
more
that
so.
way. Some kids.
I'm not happy unless children are going to get eaten by a T-Rex. I'm not happy unless children shut the fuck up as they're about to get eaten by a T-Rex. I'm not happy if they get out of the van to get out of the vehicle and going, I know best.
Well,
and then
here's so the interesting thing. If you're an avid listener, you will remember me ranting about how children in video games and like TV shows are like, I fucking know best. Don't fucking talk to me. Fucking it. Ellie from The Last of Us, fantastic example of that. However, in Jurassic Park, Lex and Tim were perfectly like, okay, Dr. Grant, tell us what to do and we'll do it. Here, climb this electric fence. Okay, Dr. Grant, whatever you say, keep us safe. And do you know what? I rooted for Lex and Tim. I loved Lex and Tim.
I would like to, at the opening scene of the movie, you have the obnoxious kid. Because you've got... you've got them going, it's a bird, who the fuck cares? And actually, it's like, this is a raptor who will take this claw and shred it down your innards and then eat you while you're still alive. So again, set the scene for blood and gore, and if you're going to die, it's not going to be friendly. So they had the obnoxious kid there to show you how other kids who are super nerds
but not
actually do behave.
Not Lex and Tim. We love them. Justice for them. Oh my god, what if they come back? What if Lex and Tim came back? I'd love
if the
that.
child actress came back?
To be devil's advocate on the subject where it was talking about like the insects and everything, yes, everyone just wants dinosaurs all the time. Diners. Everybody wants it, but you can't just keep doing the same plot line of, we opened this park. We tried to open this park. It didn't work again.
Destination 5 coming out. I'm sorry, you can have exactly the same plot line and it still be successful.
Exactly. Give the people what we want. Come on.
Like, for example, as a person who played through all the Resident Evil series, it like right now where we are, it's not zombies you're fighting. It's a totally different thing, because at the beginning it was a virus that made people zombies, whereas now it has been developed and it's a mold that takes over people, and it's its own I'm trying to say metaphysical, that's not the right term, but it's its own hive mind. There we go.
Oh, its own hive mind.
It's like a hive
That's
mind.
why I've got a dehumidifier in my house, so that the mold doesn't make me a zombie.
So I challenge that by going Jurassic Park 1 and 2, the books, were both set on an island with dinosaurs, but had very different plots. First one was, we're going to open a theme park, come and make sure that we can get ticked off so the lawyers let us open. Book 2 was, we're going to go in for research purposes. I can't remember exactly why in book 2 that was, but it was same setting, same risk, same plot, but sorry, same setting, same risk, different plot. So you can go back to the island, and then in Jurassic World we've successfully opened a park. It's very successful, has been for 5 years. Oh shit, it still goes wrong. So
no.
The last Jurassic World movie was supposed to be fantastic because you're supposed to have T-Rex in the wild chomping down on people. Oh no, mass panic, and rescue missions to go and save people as they bred more and spread across the globe. That's what the last movie should have been, rather than, we've got it under control, corporation, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, go full Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes on it. Just give the dinosaurs the world back.
Well, yeah. Why? I mean, zombie movies are fantastic because you've got zombies,
everywhere.
You've got an apocalypse. We wanted a dinosaur apocalypse. That's what we wanted in the movie.
We wanted a dinocalypse. Also, I looked up the kids. I looked up, I can't remember the names now. What did you say the kids' names were?
Lex and Tim.
Lex, that was the one I couldn't remember. Lex and Tim. So Lex is played by Ariana Richards, who has since retired.
She's a painter. She's a painter.
Yeah, she's a painter now. Yeah. That's really cool. There are no controversies. She's not been cancelled. And Joseph Mazzello, or Mazzeo, I don't know how you say it, has most recently been in Bohemian Rhapsody in 2018. So he's still acting away. And they're like the one example of child actors who grew up okay, I think.
Daniel Radcliffe. He's amazing.
I just wanted to be contrary.
I've got a lot of time for him. I think that the stuff he could have clung to his own coattails, and instead he's gone and continued to act and done all sorts of quirky shit, which I love for him.
Him and Drag, and was that really? Oh,
I don't know the movie, but I know the scene.
It's the TV show where he's like an angel. It's having Steve Buscemi's God. It's really fucking weird. It's it is such a good TV show, but he's like a reverend who gets up and drag and sings "She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes."
Yep.
And it is.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen.
Yeah, everybody's seen that. It's spectacular. Honestly, I love how he just went, do you know what? I've got more money than I can spend. Let me just do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, it was weird seeing him in other stuff after Harry Potter, but he's really made like a thing of it. He's just like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna do what I want, and people are like, yeah, hell yeah.
You guys don't know the super most outrageous thing he did when he was still like 17, which is he went and did I think it was a Broadway play. It was definitely something in theatre, and got his kit out, and it was a scandal at the time.
With the horse.
I remember reading in the papers, people like opinion articles and everything going, it's a disgrace, it's shocking for the Harry Potter franchise, it needs to be, he's ruining the reputation, or he'll regret this when he's older, the really condescending, I know better than now. And I think that was the beginning of, he didn't want to stay in his lane as the Harry Potter actor. He wanted to veer off.
That's fair. And I mean, it's a really good thing that nobody did anything else to kind of ruin Harry Potter even more, which I think has been, it's still a family name franchise.
Oh, absolutely. It's, synonymous with good times and no hatred. Yep. Love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
New Pope time. Can we talk about this, please?
Oh,
right?
Yes.
In a genius strategy by Prime Video, they released fucking Conclave on Prime. Which I just think is the most genius marketing thing ever. Being like, the Pope's died. Remember that film Conclave that came out a couple months ago? Release it to the masses. And they said there's been a 234% increase of people watching Conclave on Prime since the Pope died.
That's fantastic.
That includes the new Pope before he was elected.
Yes, the new Pope, I don't know if this is confirmed, or if it's like rumours in the wind, but apparently, that'll cover it, right? Apparently, the new Pope literally watched the film Conclave, so he knew what Conclave was about.
Okay, wait. You cannot say, apparently, he literally watched the show. There's an oxymoron, right? You need to pick one and stick to it.
Apparently, the new Pope watched the film Conclave to understand how Conclave is done. Because he only got made a cardinal 2 years ago, so he's never had a conclave. And there was a lot of other cardinals that were like, shall we? Conclave? Conclave? Yes, let's watch. Which is just, it blows my freaking mind. The greatest conclave, in my opinion, is Angels and Demons, if you've seen that film with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Anybody?
Oh, the Da Vinci Code spin-off.
Yeah.
Or sequel, sorry.
Yeah, it's so good. Like, I know a lot of people shit on Dan Brown because his books are whatever. I enjoy them, so sue me, right?
They are bestsellers for a reason.
Exactly, yeah.
That shows a really good, like, genuinely, like, scientifically accurate, historically accurate way of doing conclave.
Accurate.
Who knows? And so does Conclave. So I watched it. I watched it yesterday. Wild. It's an absolutely wild film. It's just, you're like waiting for something to happen, and something kind of does happen, but then nothing really happens from that happening. And you're just sort of like, okay, this is geared towards old white men. And it's just a very your mum and dad on a Sunday afternoon film.
Bless you.
Very.
So I just want to go back to the accuracy of it. So you said it was historically accurate and what, something else?
Biblically, no, I don't know.
No, that's what I was going to say, because this is the perfect time to say it's biblically accurate.
Right. I mean, not that we are, pop culture, there's been memes about the Pope, it's been kicking off. People have said, keeping up with the Kardashians, who? No, it's keeping up with the Cardinals. Fuck yeah, conclave. Let's lock in.
That's going to be a fun graphic to make.
Keeping up with the Cardinals. So people have been like invested online about this, and it's been really fun. But there are certain things that like need to happen when conclave, like they need to ask 3 times if the Pope has died and to confirm that he's actually dead. Then they take off his ring and they smash it with a hammer so that nobody can forge a document with the Pope's sigil on it. Just Pope things like that. But
just Pope things.
Just Pope things. It's a very good film, I would say, for, I don't know, people who want to seem intellectual. I wouldn't watch it again, but I'm glad I watched it. That's all I got to say about the Pope. Conclave.
Fair enough.
Put it on Prime. Fuck yeah. Give the people what they want.
Rest in peace, Pope Francis.
I still remember, I think it was 8 years ago when Pope Francis got elected as Pope, and the whole, because I was just entering the news industry, and this was all new and shiny and new information, and now it's happened again, and I was like, oh, it's I'm remembering all the things. So in a couple of, well, hopefully in a long time down the line, we'll be again electing a new Pope going, mind the smoke. Oh, do you see the film again? Like, it's just, it's weird.
Yeah.
Being aware of it second time round.
Yeah.
Like, it's not new.
Wait, so Amazon Prime have just fully inserted themselves into the narrative of the papal process.
And I'm still waiting to watch Gladiator 2. So I don't know what Gladiator needs to die in order for Prime to get off their asses and release Gladiator 2 to the masses, okay? I'm looking at you, Russell Crowe.
You need Russell Crowe to hit a really big movie, like release a really big movie that is too expensive for them to run, or made by another streaming organization, and then instead they'll bring back popular movies with the same actor in it, so you can go, I want this one with Russell Crowe. Would you settle for this instead? That's what you need.
Yeah.
I love that though with streaming services, because they're so transparent. Like, it's just like so not like a famous actor dies and then all of a sudden it's like, we're gonna release this film that this famous actor's in that everybody knows, so you click on it and watch it.
They want to make money. It's very blatant that they want to make money. You can't fault them for it.
Yeah, Prime's getting on that. They're starting up the VCU, the Vatican Cinematic Universe.
That's going to be another great graphic.
Can that be the title of the podcast, please? The Vatican Cinematic Universe.
That's so good.
So good. 10 out of 10.
That's
I'm
the
waiting-
funniest thing
I'm
you've
waiting-
ever said.
I'm waiting till we get to that multiverse arc.
Oh,
We saw Thunderbolts, or as it's not known as the Thunderbolts anymore.
Spoilers.
It changed name. It's not a spoiler. It's if you go to the cinema, you don't ask for the Thunderbolts. You have to ask for the new Avengers.
Oh, that's kind of lame.
yeah.
It's they changed the name. It was the name Thunderbolts always had an asterisk next to it, and they never explained it until they changed it.
I would say it's an interesting marketing strategy to release a movie, to advertise and to market a movie for months up to its release, and then 2 weeks after its release in the cinema to announce a name change. It's very... I'm not entirely sure if it lands well. We probably saw it right at the right time for that reveal, but we'll see.
That's weird. That's very weird.
Did you enjoy it? Did you feel like it was
It's a
good
fantastic
film?
movie.
Oh yeah, it's a
Yeah,
great
but
movie. Yeah.
We discussed
it?
this last time, which is it's got like a 96% score on Rotten Tomatoes. It is the best MCU
That's
movie
unheard
that we
of.
have had in years. And then I think this marketing ploy almost knocks it down a few pegs.
Yeah. So is it quite fresh? Because I know Marvel fell into this formula for a lot of their other films.
No, it's good. It's well done. You've got the recurring characters of, I forget her actual name.
Elena.
Yeah, Elena, but like where
Florence Pugh?
yeah, but no, not the actress, but her actual superhero name. Like Black Widow is Black Widow, but what is her as the sister? Did she actually have a hero name, which I can't remember. But
I'm sure she would in the movie.
yeah, you have these recurring people, and that is it David Hayter as the Red Guardian is like 10 out of 10. Just Russian drunk dad, just like, hey, I'm here to help, guys. It's like, no, please go away. The villain is well done. It is an unknown villain to me, the Sentinel, and it's very well perceived in my opinion. My one thing is, again, they done dirty. He's considered a B-list villain, is Taskmaster. Yeah, they just done him dirty
The Greg
again.
Davis show?
Yes.
Is it just Greg Davis in a mask being like, fuck
Yeah. The actual Taskmaster himself, his ability is anything physical he sees, he can copy it. So when you actually, like, he could beat Captain America because he could copy Captain America's moves and learn them as he is fighting them.
What would you copy?
Oh no, like he just learns like all the moves and like how he throws a hook and everything like that. It's not like a superpower. It's only anything physical he can copy.
Hang on, who the fuck is Taskmaster?
As I say, he's
Greg
just
Davies, Adler. Keep up.
yeah.
Come on.
It was the one in the chamber who had the
the
shield.
mask?
Yeah, and the shield and bow and
Oh,
arrow.
okay.
That's why Taskmaster is always seen using a sword, a shield, and a bow and arrow, because he's copied Captain America's fighting style and Hawkeye's fighting style. Using them.
So is
Also,
it like-
just to go back to Florence Pugh's character, Yelena Belova takes on the mantle of Black Widow.
Okay, so
So
Oh,
she is
okay.
Black Widow.
so you can copy.
like to see like physical. Yeah, so see if he watched a Bruce Lee movie, he could fight like Bruce Lee.
He's Neo out the Matrix.
He's an incredible martial artist. He gets it just by looking at it.
Oh yeah, no, that's
So
what.
if you listen to someone's voice, could you do that
No,
voice?
it's only like fighting, like physical kind of thing. It's like
That's
it's
kind of shit.
well, that
If
was
you're
it.
pacifist,
But
It's the Marvel Universe. What do you expect?
there's a thing he
I
does
don't
as
know,
well.
bit of variety.
If he watches martial art films, like I said, he can copy that martial art style. If he watches it at 2x speed, he can move that quickly as well, technically, because he's like.
What if you watch Kung Fu Panda at 10 times speed?
He could do that.
Could you imagine Taskmaster just being like skadoosh?
He could eat monkeys' rice crackers from the top shelf at quadruple speed. He'd get really fat in microseconds.
Oh, dumplings.
Nice.
I really enjoy them as a character, but like they do get shat on because they are like a B/C tier villain. But yeah, they would have been great in this one as well, but sadly, yeah, they get shat on a little.
Sadly, 'twas not to be. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go see it. I'm kind of over Marvel. I kind of feel like they should have just stopped at Endgame and just like let it fucking die.
I gave up after that. I was like, right, I'm out.
We haven't seen anything since. What was the series on Disney Plus? Hawkeye series. What was her? Whatever that was. So we've not seen many new releases, but actually you don't need to, because it picks up with Elena's grief from losing her sister and her sort of wallowing in depression. And then the other characters don't really matter, because you've got, I think the only big one is Bucky, and Bucky's just Bucky. You know that he's got a metal arm and he's a bit angsty, and you just pick it up from there. So it was really enjoyable to watch, even if you haven't caught up with everything.
It's the most unfortunate name to give to a character with like Scottish people watching. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's a character called fucking Bucky. Fucking Buckfast. Fuck off.
That would be so much better if he had a bottle of Bucky in his arm. In his hand.
That'd be so good.
What is his actual name? Like, why is he called Bucky? Like, Bucky? Who the fuck's called Bucky?
He's called the Winter Soldier. Like, that's his comic book name. But
yeah,
his not Chris Evans. Whoops. His
actual name is like Pete Burns or something like that.
So where are you getting Bucky from?
I think it's just the way it kind of comes with just random nicknames, really. And it's just Americans.
His character.
Okay, his name is Sergeant James Buchanan.
Buchanan,
which is where Bucky comes from.
Yeah, so it's the nickname from Captain America. Yeah.
Bukaki?
And it's from World War II times. So, like, you know, shit didn't make sense back then.
We did also get... Yeah, I was waiting until anyone else registered that.
Fucking hell.
We did also get cereal boxes for going to see it as well.
What have you done with them, Walt? What have you done with them?
I don't know. Do you have them?
They're in my car. You left them in my car.
Oh, damn.
It's just because it was a running joke of the Red Guardian. He was like, we're going to be on cereal boxes. So they gave out cereal boxes that you could put together.
Is there a prize inside?
No, but there is little puzzles in that on the back.
Unacceptable.
They didn't give us the box made. They gave us a slab of cardboard that we had to pop out and make ourselves.
Oh, I thought they gave you like actual like Mad Avengers cereal, which would have been much better.
That would have been cool as hell. It should have been like marshmallow. What are they called? Yeah. Marshmallow Mateys is like the off-brand version.
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms, but each of them, like, yeah, have you seen them in Home Bargains? It's Marshmallow Mateys. It's awful. Marshmallow Mateys. But yeah, Lucky Charms, but instead of like the little rainbow and clover,
Bucky Charms. Done. Bucky Charms should have been the cereal. Done.
Milk? No. Buckfast.
Buckfast on a Bucky Charms.
Oh, you know that someone's tried that.
I've been trying to find like new people to watch, and I ended up on this random
stalker. Wait a minute. I've been trying to find new people to watch
on YouTube.
Yes, you should have specified that. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I got my new card like a few months ago for that express purpose. I'm trying to recreate you in real life, but no, I've been trying to find new people to watch on YouTube. And I found this one girl who went back and bought a bunch of old PS2 games to try out, because like the covers of them are always insane. But yeah, basically, among this like job lot that she bought was the Crazy Frog racing game. So half of the video is her playing and reviewing these other games, and then literally the back half of the video is her doing a deep dive into Crazy Frog lore.
Okay, I love that.
It's nuts. It's
love
insane.
That. Do you remember they had to censor Crazy Frog because his dick was out?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a point in the video, by the way, because there's two different versions. There is one where he does not have a dick. Like he's Ken down there. And there's one where he has a dick, and the girl was like, was he always smooth down there? But yeah, it's this amazing thing where basically she found this documentary about Crazy Frog, and it hit right at the time that like personal ringtones were becoming a thing. So they really, really pushed hard with it. But the creator of the actual like character was like, he's not a frog, he's just a thing. And everyone involved in that project hates the Crazy Frog and regrets ever being associated with it. It's so funny.
Well, the Crazy Frog had a whole fucking Marvel multi-universe, didn't they? There was Crazy Frog, right? Let's see if we can remember them, right? So there was Crazy Frog, there was Nessie, the little dragon.
Oh god, yeah.
Who else was there?
I'm just looking up characters right now. So I think Nessie was more of like another mobile phone mascot.
Yeah, but it all started with Crazy Frog, and then everybody jumped on the bandwagon, and then suddenly there was like T-shirts and merch and everything, and it was one of the like most like so there was Crazy Frog, there was Nessie, the dragon. Who else was there? Does anybody remember?
It bypassed. I remember some of the lads on the school bus talking about Crazy Frog, but other than that, it completely bypassed. I didn't get that far north.
Good. One part of the world was spared.
I don't remember.
But yeah, the funniest thing about...
remember Crazy Frog. That was it. That was the main one.
Yeah, like the video has a weird amount of characters in it. But yeah, the funniest thing about that whole video is that it's not Crazy Frog Racing, it's Crazy Frog Racing 2. They made one, and we're like, yeah, we should make another one.
I love that. No, because this is going to annoy me. Portal. Right, here we go. The Crazy Frog Wikipedia.
God.
She's going to be here all night. It's amazing.
Oh, there was a sort of feral cow called Matilda. That's not the one I'm thinking of. I can't remember. Anyway, Crazy Frog is... God, what year was that? Like 2004, 2005, I want to say?
Let's find out. Crazy Frog release date.
I'm bad at years, so I couldn't say.
I mean, it's no Hogwarts Legacy 2003, but you know.
No Hogwarts Legacy 2003. What's everyone's guess? What is your best guess?
I'm going to say 2004.
I would say 2002.
I'm saying 2005 or 6. Go 6. Go 6.
Jen and Isla are the closest. It was 2005, and it was May 31st, so it was dead on in the middle of the year as well.
Oh my god.
That was when Axel F came out.
20 years?
Mm-hmm.
Are we celebrating the 20-year? What's everyone doing for the 20th anniversary of Crazy Frog? Because we're currently recording on the 11th of May. So we've got 20 days. We've got 20 days.
We should aim to release this on the anniversary.
On the 20th anniversary of Crazy Frog.
A week after the 31st.
This is the Crazy Frog. Yeah.
For the next episode, we all live react to the music video and play the game.
We fully should. Should we just do that now?
Is that it's a PS2 game. I can easily acquire it.
Amazing.
That's so good. I love that.
God, Crazy Frog was an interesting time. The fact that literally everyone involved with it hates it, though, is wonderful to me. They made a documentary about it. They made a documentary about Crazy Frog. And in this documentary, everyone who was interviewed was like, I regret being associated with this fucking thing.
Were they like blacked out? Were they like, you know, like with like just a black silhouette and the voice changer? Why was it would have been
really funny. And also made more sense like, because they hate it.
Just like, what did Walt call them? Richard Pattinson in Twilight.
Richard Patterson.
He was one of the developers of Crazy Frog, Richard Patterson. Yeah.
Yeah, Richard Patterson was on the team. He's the only one who enjoyed himself.
I loved the Crazy Frog.
But do you guys know about the sort of Michelin star system for restaurants?
Yeah, the We Tire Man.
Exactly. That's the thing. That's exactly how it came about.
Weird.
For real.
Mhm.
Like, you know the whole history behind it then, Jen?
Yeah, totally. He was a tire man. He was a tire who came to life and then raged in a restaurant and then was like, I give this 1 star. And that's how it all came about.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
So basically, when the Michelin star system was created, it was genuinely created by the people who make the tires. That's a real true fact. And it, yeah, right. It was done because at the time in France, there were just over 2,000 cars on the road. And they were like, how do we make more money out of people? So what they did was they essentially made these incredibly detailed maps. And the Michelin stars were, one was it was worth a stop. Two is it was worth a detour from your otherwise route. And three is it was worth an entire journey just to go to that restaurant. So yeah, they were like, great, let's get people to wear their tires out so that we can make some more money off them. And the really cool thing, the amazingly cool thing about this is that the Michelin guides were so detailed that they were used by the Allies as emergency maps of Europe during World War I and World War II for war strategizing and logistics because they were that accurate.
That is insane. That actually makes so much sense though, because I've always wondered why they were named after the wee tire man. And then subsequently in the UK, we've got like the AA. And it's like the AA stars. It's like not Michelin stars in the UK, is it? It's like
Yeah,
AA.
it didn't really catch on, did it?
Which is, of course, if you live in the UK, breakdown
Alcoholics
recovery service.
Anonymous.
Alcoholics
Oh.
Anonymous. Recovery service. That's really, is that a Scott fact?
No, it feels really weird not going at the end of it, but that's all true. That's all really cool and really true.
I love
If you
that.
want a similar comparison to Michelin star maps being used for World War mapping, then in the news this week, a software created to identify bakery goods for a very specific chain in Japan is now going to be repurposed to spot cancer cells. So the reason this came about is because it was faster and actually more customer centric to have a piece of software be able to identify when customers were browsing, when they came to the till to go, you've got a croissant, you've got a cake, you've got a Victoria sponge, you've got a bear claw, you've got whatever, and have the computer identify all the different shapes and be able to then accurately price them. So that left the people to go, hello, how can I help you, or have you had a nice day, or could we improve our service, rather than going, oh, a bear claw is 37p and a Danish pastry is £1.80 and trying to tally it that way. So they designed this software that took hella fucking money, to the point where it almost went broke in 2008 during the financial crash, and then it's been rolled out, very successful, and someone at some point realized that actually the software used to identify pastries was equally as accurate at identifying cancer cells, because it's just identifying shapes. So it's going to get repurposed.
So cool. That's
How weird is
amazing.
that?
Imagine
Yeah, I love
being
that.
like the donut guy, and then, haha, actually, I'm curing cancer now.
That's fucking awesome. I love
That's
that.
really cool. I like a bit of good news. I'm
Well-
going to plug the Instagram for Level 30. We are at Level 30 Pod. So yeah, feel free to head over. We post clips of our interesting and funny moments there.
Yeah, we're on TikTok as well, at Level 30, I think it is. Follow us if you want. I don't really care, right? I don't care. If you want
They'll
to
be in the
join us,
description. If you
join
really
us.
want to, they'll be,
We're
they'll
over on
be in the
YouTube,
description.
we're on Spotify, we're on Insta, we're on TikTok, we're social media fucking daft.
Influencers.
Yeah, so if you could give us a follow or like and just share it, that would be great. And until next time, we will see you then.
Love you, bye!
Love you, bye!
Love you, bye.
Bye.
Every fucking time.
That's so good.